I've been tuning into some of NA, but just because I wanna be there for my boys.
I mean, you've been casting also a lot of.
True.
Wait, your boys? What boys?
Well, I say my boys, make the Battle of the Americas boys, like Trigger and
Sure, Trigger, Patty Mac.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Pili even.
But yeah, we're here, everyone. We're here in the first best of 3, the second best of 3 in these semifinals for Copa Hyperion number 21, spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map. The purple Terran player from Peru. It is Tavo.
The very interesting unupdated clan tag. Something's not quite adding up here. But spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Mexican Zerg player himself, the streamer, the fourth best player in Latin America? Question mark? Is that true? Is that what he really is? We'll see, as he is JimRising.
Look, man, the EPT points do not lie.
I guess so. Oh god.
Anyway, you know JimRising?
Mm-hmm.
You know that he streams, you know?
Yeah.
Do you know what he's going to do tomorrow?
Oh no, is he doing a hot tub stream? Is that...
No. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're safe from that. No. You know how sometimes streamers do streams where you can extend the time the stream is on by... Yeah, JimRising is going to start doing that tomorrow. Like
the subathon that's happening.
Yeah, that's the subathon. So JimRising is probably going to be online for the next 30 days or something like that.
Oh no.
Everyone prepare for 24/7 JimRising. Like,
we already had that.
In us entertained.
Like we've had 72-hour JimRising before. Like he started it before he didn't realize that he could have made more money from it. Now he's like, this is what I should have done, and he's just going all in again.
Apparently he's going to. So everyone, tomorrow, prepare your wallets if you want to see JimRising 24/7.
Oh god. It's not gonna end well for Jim, mate. It's not gonna end well.
No, it's not, but it's going to be very entertained.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy.
Yeah, speaking of entertaining, this Reaper here entertaining JimRising, like nice annoyance, but unfortunately he didn't kill the drone. The drone escaped. I believe he has only killed one Zerling, which I mean, it's better than nothing, but...
Yeah, some sword control there from Tavo. Thankfully, he keeps the Reaper alive. JimRising is the kind of player where, again, you want to keep this Reaper alive and maybe sneak into the main base and maybe sacrifice it just to scout and make sure there's no like early Roach Warren or anything like that.
Reaper going for number 2. He's going to kill another Zerling. No, he's not. And yeah, just... Pretty standard for both players in this opening, like going for the 1-1-1 for Tavo with those Hellions and the Scout Reaper, and the 3 quick bases for JimRising, who's now going for Roach Warren.
Yes, and I just needed everyone to realize something, and you as well, Ducklings, of what you just said. Everything is pretty standard. I don't know if you remember this, but every single ZVT that we would cast from JimRising, he would get like an unusually late third base. Remember, like it would take a long time for him to expand. But this is the most standard third base I've ever seen JimRising take. Like this is that's crazy.
I mean, he probably is thinking like, it's Tavo.
Well, I would think, mate, this is how he got to top 4 of Latin America. He finally learned how to take a third. It's crazy. He's doing it.
I mean, that happened, mate. That's how I got to platinum. When I learned to take a third, I jumped out to platinum in no time.
Oh god. Meanwhile, these things are... Yeah?
Roaches are on the way, the Hellions are doing their thing, but mate, Tavo is doing one of my favorite things in the world.
Oh no.
Yes, BCs versus Zerg.
They can do a lot of damage versus Zerg. I am a little bit concerned because Tavo didn't see the roaches and he actually hasn't seen the roach warren. So that's a little bit scary. Thankfully, JimRising isn't being aggressive. He only got enough roaches to defend and he's droning up. Like, he's playing this out macro, which is a very good thing for Tavo because right now he only has Hellions to defend and it takes a long time for a BC to come out. If JimRising was aggressive with like roaches and ravagers, he probably could have won the game. But you know, Tavo got away with this.
Jim did not see the fusion core. He didn't see the fusion core with that overlord, so he still does not know that battle cruisers are on the way. He has spores, but that's like pretty standard TvZ nowadays.
Yep.
But he still has no idea that a battle cruiser is about to fly into space.
Oh god, exactly. Meanwhile, a lot of the creepers being dealt with, the roaches are being distracted at the moment. The first BC is done and he does teleport across the map. Oh, one of the queens is low.
That one is to focus a little better. He could keep maybe one or two of the queens. But yeah, the BC now pretty heavily damaged. Like 50% of his health is gone.
Yeah, like that was a lot of damage dealt to the gas where it could have been on the queen. He could have definitely killed at least two of those queens. Meanwhile, the Hellions dive in. Yo, that's a lot of Hellions.
Hellions dive in straight into the drones and drones are starting to get in barbecue.
Oh my god, I kind of want him to just go for the queen. The queen is so low. At the same time, the BC is just kind of chilling in the main base. There we go, he does focus down the queen. One more? No!
24 drones were down. 24 drones and more are going to be dead because of TvZ. Like, Tavo is doing a lot of economic damage.
Yeah, that he is, and we were talking about it earlier. Tavo is going full mech right now. More factories, armories are being thrown down. Another queen is going to fall.
They cannot believe how good Tavo is doing. Like, this was an incredibly successful run.
Yeah, honestly, I think he could have done a little bit more. Like, this second BC has just been chilling at home. Maybe he could have gone across the map. Instead, he's at home, and because of that, he'll actually be able to defend this roach counterattack. Like, these roaches aren't going to deal much damage at all.
Yeah, the first BC finally returns. He's probably going to repair it right now. And yeah, that was a good, like, more Hellions are going to the third base trying to kill even more drones. 5 drones go down. Not bad. Not bad. 5 drones went down, and more importantly, he sees the Spire.
Yes, that is the most important thing here. We do see immediately he does start Cyclone production. I would love to see a couple of Thors mixed in as well. Hopefully he recognized that he did see a Spire. Like, it can be very easy not to click on a morphing building like that, and maybe it slips his mind. So hopefully we see missile turrets being thrown down soon.
No, I don't. I think he must have seen it. The Spire is like one of the most recognizable set buildings when being built because it is so small compared to the other set buildings.
Mate, say that to patience. I've seen it happen before, mate. I've seen it happen.
The roaches finally clean, but mate.
There we go.
21 Mutalies were on the way, mate. 20. Where the hell did JimRising get that much gas?
I don't know, mate. He got it from somewhere, but the mutas are coming out. Thankfully, missile turrets are being thrown down in a very interesting manner. It's like a ring around the bases. They're not in the mineral lines. I don't really like this decision here from Tavo. He's also making tanks right now. I think he actually missed the Spire, mate. Like, because of this tank production, instead of Cyclones or Thors, like, I don't know, mate.
Mate, those militaries just took out the BCs, I think.
Oh, God.
I think he took out one BC or something. Tavo has seen it, and mate, I mean, that's a lot of militaries and not so much anti-air.
Yeah, it's only one Cyclone. Cyclones go down, missile turrets go down. 2 BCs are here to help defend, but there are no missile turrets in the mineral line. Now he knows, like, he needs missile turrets in the mineral lines. It's too late.
I think he will be able to hold with these 2 BCs, but mate, that's a lot of mutalies, and more mutalies are going in the way. Jim is going full muta in this game.
Yeah.
Going full JimRising.
Finally, Tavo realizes what's going on. He's making his first pair of Thors. They would have been great earlier, but now they are coming out. And with these Thors, Tavo should be safe at home. What I will say is, thankfully, he hasn't lost that many workers compared to the damage that he dealt earlier, right? So, like, he's still okay. Uh-oh. Mate, that missile turret's not done in the natural. It's not done. It's not done. No. Okay. One goes down. The second goes down.
More worker damage is being done. 7 workers. The engineering base gonna down. No more turrets. And now Jim does not care. He's going straight for the VCs. 1 VC, so he's gonna go down. He loses a couple of turrets because of the good shot of those stores, but mate, that was an expensive loss for Tavo.
Yes.
14 workers, 1 BC, a couple of missile turrets, and the engineering bay.
Thankfully, there were Thors to push away the mutas, but as you said, like, a lot of damage was done, and the mutas aren't done. No, the tanks are exposed! Oh, God! And this is disastrous for Tavo. He was doing so well early on, and now it's all kind of fallen apart. Now JimRising, he has the freedom to do whatever he wants. He's just droning up, he's taking all of his bases, he's spreading all his creep. Like, there's nothing to worry about at home for JimRising.
To be honest, the economy of Tavo is not that bad, really. He's been going well macro with his workers, even though he has a lot of workers. He still has 68 at the moment. But mate, oh no, he cannot lose this base. This base cannot be lost. And it will be lost.
It goes down. The BCs could go down as well. Thankfully, Thors are here, and they do push away the mutas, but as you said, he couldn't afford to lose the 4th base like that.
Oh god, Banelings. Okay, luckily the Banelings didn't hit with the SCVs, so he managed to save his middle line, but that was scary, and he got middle again.
And again, these missile turrets are just not good enough to defend against the mutas. They buy a little bit of time, sure, but that's all they do. Finally, Widow Mines are coming in, but it took so long for them to finish up.
Oh, there's 2 Widow Mines. The 2 Widow Mines. So close, but oh no, the armory goes down. Plus 2 armor for Mech Army goes cancelled, and 22 more workers.
Yeah, and the mutas will be able to escape, avoid the majority of the Widow Mines. One shot doesn't go off.
JimRising is starting to lose quite a bit of Metalisk because of the great amount of doors that Tavo has. If I were Tavo, I think this is the time to push out. This is the time to push out and start pumping just Hellions. He needs Hellions. He has enough doors already. Yeah, he's gonna go out, but here comes the Banelings.
Yeah, and
Tavo reacts a little late.
And Tavo, he pulls everything back home. The Banelings should be dealt with. They will not connect with any workers, but they do take out a couple of those Widow Mines at the same time. The mutas come back in, and JimRising is just doing such a good job at keeping Tavo at home. Not just at home, but also dealing damage.
Tavo needs to go. He needs to go for just mass Hellion production, just wall with the stores and battle cruisers. I think he's gonna do it.
Yeah, but you know what? Enough time has passed where 8 ultras are on the way, mate. 8 ultras. It's that window that you saw where there were only mutas and they were going down. Like, and there was a moment there where Tavo maybe could have counterattacked. I don't know if he has that moment anymore.
I mean, look at the bright side. Oh no. Okay, look at the bright side. This is not the bright side, really.
okay. We'll ignore that. We'll look over here instead.
Look at the bright side. Thors are not that bad versus Sultaris. Like, they pack quite the punch. Especially in this number. Like, he can almost one-shot at Sultaris.
Yeah, the BCs are doing a lot of damage as well. Like, there's no anti-air, all the mutas are back home. Honestly, the BCs are changing a lot here in this fight.
Yeah. If I were Tavo, the thing that I will worry about are actually Zerlings. Zerlings is the thing that I will worry. Here comes JimRising trying to go for a hug. Oh man, the Binding Clown is really good. This is... and I love it.
Yeah, he just can't escape the blinding cloud. He gets yoinked back into them, and the Thors are going to be dealt with. Finally, the BCs, they come back, but you know what? The Mutas and Corruptors are on the way. GG gets called.
GG, mate. JimRising takes the first game in this best of 3 series. Well played by JimRising. Well played by Tavo as well, but Jim was just too aggressive, too good with those mutalists.
Yeah. And I'm not going to message Tavo, obviously, because he's mid-series, but I'm fairly certain, mate, that he did not realize that it was a Spire when he saw it with the Hellions. Like, it took him a while to really respond, or maybe he did see the Spire and he didn't think that Jim was going to commit as hard to the Mutas, so he was kind of, it was like, yeah, sure, I have enough to defend, I'll be fine, and he didn't realize how serious it really was, because those Mutas did so much.
Yeah, indeed they did. They gave JimRising the game handedly. Map number 2, do you think Tavo is gonna go again for the Mech Plague, channeling his inner Neo, or is he gonna go Bio this time?
I think Mech had a lot to do with the map. Like, Romanticide, I feel like that's the map that you want to go Mech on. If we end up on Oxide, we may see Mech again. Outside of those two maps, I'm not too fond of Mech. Maybe 2000 Atmospheres, maybe. But on the other maps, I feel like Bio play is a little bit stronger. Like, especially the shorter rush distance maps. Like, we've seen Terran and Chaos Fate do so well on them, right? Maps like Blackburn or Beckett Industries.
Well, Beckett Industries is exactly the map that we're going to see now.
Oh boy. How did this make it through the vetoes? What happened?
I'm telling you, Beckett Industries is not a bad map for a Terran player.
That's what I mean. How did JimRising let this through the vetoes? Like, what happened?
Because it's JimRising.
Oh god.
What do you think was going to happen?
Aye. Meanwhile, thank you so much, Rogues Gallery BW, for the raid. 51 viewers. Thank you so much. For those wondering what the hell you're watching right now, we are casting Copa Hyperion number 21. It is a Latin American bi-weekly StarCraft tournament. We are currently in the upper semifinals. We're in game 2. The winner of this will move on to the grand finals to face the Zerg Lord, a Brazilian Zerg player.
And here we go, everyone. Welcome to Beckett Industries, the second map in this best of 3 series, and spawning in the top right hand corner of the map, the Sidestorm Gaming player from Peru, Tavo.
And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Beckett Industries ALE, we have the Mexican Zerg player. He's representing Timbers Esports, already up 1-0 in this best of 3 series. It is JimRising.
So, Light, if you're Jim, do you go for anything other than mass mutalists?
What I would say, because we touched on it a little bit about this map, right? I think it's too risky to go for mutas on this map, right? Like, it's the equivalent of Eric going 2 base muta against the Zerg Lord. You know, it's like, what? Like, what do you really expect this to work? Like, I feel like bio tank pushes hit so hard on this map. Trying to rush mutas out, I feel like that's going to be your downfall, Jim, if he tries to go for it here on this map.
You know what? I'm going to disagree.
Ooh,
because first off, I think Tavo is gonna go mech.
Okay.
I don't think he's gonna go bio. Mm-hmm. And if your opponent is gonna go mech, mutalists are not that bad in this map because they can easily fly from the natural to the main base to the third base, especially if the Terran players pans vertically. You know, the third base instead of that one that you're pointing at, the other one. If they put that other one as a third base, it is very easy as a set player to pull it turn apart, hitting the three bases in unison.
Okay. We'll see.
Now,
We'll see
only if Tavo goes mech. Only if
Yes.
Tavo goes mech. That's a big if.
Meanwhile, I feel like this is what JimRising should be doing here as he goes for a very fast Roach Warren, skips Link Speed. He is going for a massive Roach all-in here. He does not expect the game to last too much longer. Oh.
The Reaper hasn't seen. Oh, nice block by the Reaper. Look.
Yeah, he was able to block any kind of spore from that drone, but what's important is that, sure, he's doing a little bit of damage. That's great and all, but he needs to get into the main. Oh, no!
He does not get into the main. The Reaper dies. And wait, really? Really?
Tavo, please, not like this.
Did I miss something like
That's all that was going on, mate.
Because I mean, I think Tavo saw the amount of drones that there were, and he knew the Rush Warren was there. That's the only thing that I can guess, but I don't know, mate. If he knew, he could have called. Losing the Reaper could not have been that big of a deal.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he necessarily knew that roaches were on the way. Again, there's a multitude of things that it maybe could have been, but losing the Reaper that early on is disastrous. It doesn't mean that you're in the dark. You don't know what your opponent's doing, and maybe that's enough for Tavo to tap out there. Feels bad, man. I do wish that he would have stuck it out and tried to play it out, even if he's in the dark. But yeah, wow.
GG.
GG. I when he typed that, I thought he was joking.
Yeah, you know, I thought it was like GG. I have no Reaper. You know.
Yeah.
That's for me, but I was not expecting that GG. I'm out.
Whoa, just wow.
So congratulations, JimRising, for moving to the finals of Copa Hyperion, where he's now going to play the Circlots in the best of 5, possibly a CvZ, possibly a PvZ, I don't know.
I would be surprised if Jim goes into a ZVZ here. Just because he went Protoss against Eggs, right? I think he's back to playing Protoss against Zerg, but we'll see. We'll see what he has in store for us.